Welcome back, folks, to Tales of Equestria, the broken and bleeding heart. I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm your host and DM, Lord Lucan. What episode is this? Episode 14 or 15? Pretty sure it's 15. I'd have to look. Going from left to right, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself and who you are playing as.
All right, well, let's be there. From a little bit of sword practice here, having a good time. Playing the bug luminescence. And a changeling who is currently busy seeking to find more changeling hives and see what we can do to show them the joy of friendship.
Excellent.
What's that?
Oh. Karma, you're up next.
Okay. Hello, I'm Gorman Vital. I'm playing as Blizzardstar, a unicorn who is the brother of my previous character, Snow Comet. He has the natural ability of, he has a keen affinity towards ice magic, and he hopes that he can further his magical prowess to be a great unicorn like, Twilight Sparkle before became a alicorn.
Excellent. And Chris.
And I'm Chris, and I am formerly the pony with no name, who has now found his own name of Summerheart. From the village of Sunnytown, the only one who escaped before it was afflicted by a curse. And since then, he has finally confronted his past demons and regrets his sorrows, and has discovered a name for himself.
Excellent. Can anybody tell me what happened last time?
Well, no name found a name. We were able to largely redeem much of the village, jump down the well. And no name also almost got sucked in by evil.
Yeah, by the element of despair. So, that's fun. And now we're trying to figure out exactly what we're trying to bloody do at this point.
Considering I was under the impression that this was a test.
Yeah, our friend is down there in the well, which we jumped in to try and protect.
We ended up helping. What's her name?
Ruby.
Ruby, and the curse was put upon her and the rest of the village after the rather unpleasant way of dealing with her.
Well, she's not so much cursed. She's just a ghost.
So she keeps going through the same cycle. Whether that's a magical curse or one simply of circumstance, I think pretty severe. Like every night, we go through the same thing where the villagers kill her and shove her down the well.
Over a cuter mark, which I had to point out the fallacy of that in the last episode. I pointed out that doesn't make any sense.
No. But, the behavior of people and ponies never has made sense all the time.
Yeah, that is true.
So to be clear, she was burned in the fireplace. The well is where they try to drag Ruby down every night. Your presence has disrupted the balance. You have taken Ruby down into the well. Summer Heart has found himself, and with a ray of light dispersed those that were pursuing him. You guys have a brief moment of reprieve in which you guys may discuss what are your next options or what are you going to do until something happens.
Until something happens. That sounds ominous.
Well, I know that we're going to try and find our friend, and hopefully we can get over well before anything else happens that is very problematic.
I'm just on the other side right here.
4 minutes to discuss on what you guys are going to do. You have 4 minutes to go.
Okay. Well, I assume we're about to be hit by something pretty nasty. Gone into the well and kind of the heart of the wolf there. Trying to defend off all of the really basic stuff, but there's probably nastier elements down here. And of course, we still have those ghosts wandering around. So I'll have to decide what to do with them.
Well, there's also the matter of me getting through here, because I apparently cannot.
Give me a second. Yeah, there's a door in your way. You passed through that door earlier. Sorry about that.
Well, that's the case. I would join my companions, and I would take up a position where I can protect Ruby.
You guys are currently down a 50-foot well.
Oh, do we want to try to get out of the well? We came down after you, Summer, but now that you've been found and have escaped, we could leave the well and take Ruby with us. Would that solve the larger issue?
I was simply thinking that it was simply time for her to be at peace, although there are still the other residents. If there's a way we can have them at peace as well.
Mm-hmm.
Just allow them to ascend to the afterlife.
Right, that makes sense. Would that be better achieved by staying here in the well, or would we find some better option going out at this point?
I honestly don't know.
Okay.
You don't know what to do without. It's hard to make a logical decision when you don't have much to go on.
That's quite true.
Yeah, I will pause the time. What do you
I might
guys need
suggest
clarification
that
on?
then we want to exit the well for the moment, get more information. We can come back if there's reason to do so.
So I'm pausing the timer right now. What do you guys need clarification on? What specifics? You said what specifically do you need clarification on?
How to finally allow Ruby and the other Sunnytown undead ponies to finally have them ascend. Just have them finally at peace. Help them to ascend to the next life so they can be at peace.
Everybody roll me a mind. Oh, there you go, Summer. So, Summer, you're very clear. You're very confident that Ruby, your friend, was cursed, just like you were, right? The residents here of Sunnytown are cursed, right? Because of what they did to Ruby. And all the others who had gotten their cutie marks. What they did was horrific things to them, right? In the case of Ruby, they threw her into an oven, right? A fire pit. A lot of them were tossed down into this well. So you're very confident that there's a bunch of residents down in here, whether it be spirits, undead, or what have you, that made their way down there and gave in to despair, right? And here they've lingered. You're very confident that the entire town of ponies is down here. Anything else that I need to clarify?
What must we do to put them at peace?
Yeah.
Well, break the curse.
Well,
All right.
we got the thing about how to break the curse.
The next question is how to break the curse.
Okay, I'm going to start the timer again and let you guys talk as the clock continues to go down.
Okay, well, evidently we're not going to get Word of God on this, so we'll have to... Thanks. Maybe we can get everybody to forgive each other?
I already tried using words. I don't know how much of it. I don't recall how much of an effect that had on most others.
It may be one of the things with the
just go.
would certainly be to change the events that occurred. So every night, it keeps repeating the same way, but maybe if something else happens, that might do it.
Let's see what happened. Have we all come together and just joined our hearts together in forgiveness and just no more fear and only focusing on positive things? Have we done that together?
Somewhat. We've done a fair amount of that with Ruby at this point. That's part of how we talked Ruby into coming down here in the first place.
So we can bring ourselves together again in harmony.
Right.
And encourage and simply encourage the other residents to just come together as well in forgiveness.
Right, and that's, I think, the next step here. Something along those lines.
As you guys are discussing, everybody roll me a body. You know what's about to happen.
Uh-oh. Let's see. Find dice here.
Oh, nice. All right, top of the round. Blizzard Star, what'd you get?
An 8.
All right. Luminescence, what'd you get?
Did I get?
You also got an 8.
Oh, well, that's why I couldn't tell the difference. That makes sense.
Okay, I see it. Butchai got a 5. Summer, yep, you're good. Top of the round. Luminescence, you're up first.
All right. Well, can I see what's attacking us?
No. You roll me a mind if you'd like to figure out.
Oh, crap. I'm going to try and find whatever's causing the threat first, then.
Sure.
Let's see. So would that be a mind roll, then? Or?
Yeah, it'd be mine.
Okay.
Try and figure out what's going on, right? I hope
Yeah,
you're using your brain, not your body.
Wrong button. There it is.
Like, nah, I'll just use everything.
There it goes.
16, excellent. You're very confident that the village of Sunnytown is coming to greet you with the cold fingers of death.
Oh, great. Okay,
So
well,
to be clear, an entire village of ponies is descending upon you.
Are these the undead or the ghost ponies village?
As you recall from the last time, as you got 16, you're aware that they are after one pony and one pony alone, and that is Ruby.
Oh, okay. Well, we're going to have to stop them one way or another then. Let's try diplomacy to start.
Anything else? Luminescence.
Going
You hear
to...
an entire village of ponies descending upon you.
Yep. Higher village. A little bit of overkill, you would think.
You want more?
But yeah, I'm going to, talk to them and say, sorry, let's think about what we're doing here. Try not to repeat the mistakes of the past tonight.
Anything else, Luminescence?
Why is it so quiet? Oh, that's probably it.
Okay. Blizzard Star, you're up next.
Well, I would create ourselves a bit of a barrier.
Sure. Go ahead. I believe that fails.
Hold on, I'm going to re-roll that.
I'm pretty sure the barrier's requirement is 4 in order to cover a small object. It covers you. The DC is you have a personal shield. You have a personal force field shield. The DC of that is 6.
Well, actually, I want to use that force field to protect Ruby.
Oh, okay. Sure. Ruby now has a force field. Give me a second. We have a shield. We have a grenade. We have a grenade. I guess a castle.
How about the shield token?
I don't. A broken shield. Shield won't work.
There's got to be that one.
If you want to, you can draw a little circle around her, saying that you're concentrating on that shield. It is the village's turn. Coming around the bend, you can hear the splashing and the crickling of bones as 100+ undead ponies begin circling around the bend, having awoken to their grave being disrupted. You hear splashing. Lots and lots of splashing. Lots and lots of bones rubbing against one another, right? They circle around the bed. In the distance, you can see their cold, lidless eyes staring at you. Summerheart, is your turn.
Right. Fellow residents of Sunnytown, hear us. You have suffered long enough. Now is the time to let go of your pain, your suffering, your fear, your sorrow, your despair.
Roll me a charm. With Spiegas.
And I'm going to spend 1 token to re-roll that.
Sure. Well, give me a second. Let me roll theirs. Give me a second. It's a D6, I'm pretty sure. Give me a second. Oh, it's a D4. Okay. Okay, sure. Anything else?
So,
or
reaction 16. I'm just encouraging them to just let go. Let go of all that has caused them to suffer and just go be at peace.
Violet Shy, it's your turn. Oh, 1. Just give me 1. I wish I had passed that. guess I could do something. I ain't gonna do that. Not when you're really outnumbered. Anything else, Smiley Shy? Okay. Rudy says, "Oh no, they're coming for me. You guys must escape. Escape while you still can. You must flee this village out the way you came here through the portal."
Oh no,
Athena, you kind of had some static. Like full-blown static.
Ruby once again says,
no,
"You
that's
must
just the
flee.
fan.
Oh.
Must escape. I will go into the depths." Luminescence, is your turn. Ruby is ready to self-sacrifice for you to escape. What do you say to this, Luminescence?
Athena, you can,
Are you with us, Athena? You have to unmute yourself.
Yeah, I'm here. I was just trying to modify some settings to reduce the static.
okay.
Ruby offered to self-sacrifice for you. So you guys have
we
a chance
can't
to...
allow Ruby to do that, of course. We're not going to leave Ruby, and we're going to stand and defend and see if we can save not just her, but the rest of the village from, this fate. And I will tell Ruby as much.
Okay. Roll me a charm.
Sigh.
You're charming. You're changeling. You should be good at this. Oh, wow. Okay. Crit to this. All doubts of you guys leaving her fade away as you critically succeed and she critically fails. And she says, "What do you suggest? What should we do? How should we escape?"
Well, we are going to be moving away from this crowd to start with. I don't think we gain any advantage from standing here, letting them come at us, especially as many of them as there are. So we should probably go that way.
She looks out at the 50-foot rope. Should we climb up?
Yeah, I think that would be the best case.
Definitely getting out of the well is step one.
So what is it you're trying to do? So we're basically trying to leave this well so we can confront them outside of the well?
Well, we want to be out of the well so we're not confined to the well, whatever we choose to do. This is clearly not a place where we have any kind of advantage.
Because it seems like we're going to face. It seems like we're going to have to face them, regardless of where we're at.
That may be, but the well is possibly the worst place to do it. We're cornered. It's a narrow space. It's the place where all of this nightmare has been occurring. It is clearly the home of negative things. So we don't really want to reinforce that.
Actually,
it would be better if we went to a happy place for that discussion.
Actually, one question. We're in the well, and everything is wet. All the water is there and whatnot. And the skeletons are walking through that water, right?
Mm-hmm. It's about
yeah.
about knee high.
Or can you think of a
Lucan?
Yeah, correct. Yes,
Oh,
it's
okay.
about knee high. Yep.
Perfect. Then Blizz, well, since it's my turn, Blizz is going to do something that will at least buy us enough time to know exactly what we're doing.
Sure.
I'm going to remove the force field.
Okay, the force field drops.
And I'm going to use my ears to hear exactly where the skeletons are coming from.
Sure.
Since I can't see them. And I'm going to use every...
Oh, they're there. They just haven't reached you yet.
Well, in that case, I'm going to use my cryomantic to try and freeze them in place using the water below them.
You realize you are in that water too.
Well, that's right. There's the rope.
So, what are you guys doing?
I want to use... My thought process is making a bit of a... Not freeze everything on the lake, more like pointing the ice towards the skeleton. Kind of like a blast.
Sure.
Like, to give you an idea, kind of like this.
Sure. You're trying to do like a ice blast of some sort?
Yeah, pretty much. That's
Sure,
just going to freeze these skeletons in place.
They will. So you're ready in action for the skeletons to show themselves, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sure.
Come
Anything
on,
else?
Cryomet. No, that's about it, at least for now.
Your action goes off. Give me a second here, guys. D6s. So, to be clear, there's a village here.
Well, I'm not attacking the village, I'm just...
2, 3, 4, 10, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20d6. 20d8s, because these are the ones that are successful. We're looking for 8s. Nope, that's not what I wanted. 12d8s. There it is. Okay, 2 of them succeeded. Let's see if it's a roll off. 2d8. I need a OTD 2d10. I need a 9, or I need a.
Well, that's a ridiculous number of d6.
You have no effect on this.
Can I reroll?
Of course.
Alright.
You have to beat my 11. Technically, that's a crit, so it's a D12 after that. So, well, it's a roll off unless that's a crit. Okay, so I still have to roll that 1D12.
Oh boy.
12. I need a 11 or 12. 12. Oh, okay. It's a roll off. It's a roll off. Do I have to reroll? I have to reroll. Okay, so it's a D10. Yeah, because we tied a D10, so I need a 12. 1D12. 1D10. And then I need a 12, so I need a 10. And so critical failure. Okay, so the first waves of critters get frozen, right?
Yeah.
They are frozen for briefest of moments. The DC, right? Well, technically they get hit with 1 mark. So they are currently slowed down. They get hit with 1 mark. They need 3 marks in order to be completely frozen. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you currently have them slowed down, all of them, because they are a horde. Currently, they're not moving as quickly, right? It is their turn. All of them have one mark against them. That's when they begin piling into the room. So, and they act as a horde. Okay, so they are after one pony and one pony alone. And that pony is Ruby. Their attacks, 3 of them are going to be on Ruby. Their goal is to drag her. Their goal is to grapple her. There's 3 of them.
I knew we should have. I knew that Blizzard should have moved over here first. It just wasn't my turn yet to announce that.
3d6. There's 3 on her.
Sometimes you just can't get there fast enough.
Or the other person didn't think to create a surrounding presence.
So if I wanted to slow them down so that you could talk them out.
Well, technically, he could freeze them all in place. All he has to do is succeed 3 times to freeze the entire horde. So, to be clear, he just has to succeed 3 times. He's literally just blasting them and just freezing them as they're like swarming in. Does that make sense? So if he succeeds, which he probably will, the odds are really in his favor. Rui will defend herself with a D10. She defends herself, the horde, as they try to grapple her. And you can hear them like in their bone-chilling, voiceless mouths scraping together. Rudy. Ruby. Summerheart, it's your turn.
I would see about just having her just grab onto me however she can, and I will start climbing the rope with her holding on.
The rope is currently right in the middle of you guys, okay? So off to the side, right, the rope right here is 50 foot. All the while, they're going to be attacking you as you're trying to ascend. So, are you ascending right now? The DC to climb this rope as you are being attacked is DC of 4. I need a body check.
I believe I can do that. I will make the attempt. I'd like to see if there's any bonuses I could apply to that first.
So is your hold action to wait for Ruby to grab a hold of you? Because currently you only have power over yourself. So you will hold.
I will have her
until she grabs onto you, right?
I need her to grab onto me, and then I can start climbing. I do not want to lose her.
Violet Shy, it's your turn. What do you do? Okay, the ghost of Rudy clings onto you. You may take your turn. The DC is 4 to climb. Critical success. Okay, tell me how you just shimmy up with Rudy.
Desperate, again, a desperate act of friendship and love. Just to get her out of there, like climbing for her soul and that of theirs.
Come with me. You're going to be on the upside. Yep. There we go. Yeah, we got split. Paste. Good. And then move you over. Let's see here.
Not to mention my little name tag that's normally at the bottom is somewhat upper. But then again, I suppose it's still that same scenario.
Excellent. Luminescence. It's your turn. You are surrounded by the undead. Their eyes, their lidless eyes follow Ruby up above. What do you do?
Are they actively attacking me?
Currently, they were just after one pony, but you're now down here.
Well,
The rope is currently
I'm
in
wondering
the middle.
if they're going to change targets or if they're still going after Ruby, I guess is kind of the question. But in any case, I am going to fly out of the well.
Sure, if you want to roll me a fly. The DC, I believe, is 6. No, 4. The DC is 4. Because,
What about grabbing someone and flying up?
Well, I mean, I
I suppose
don't know.
that's possible. Let's see.
What
Who we
you
got?
doing,
We
Luminescence?
still have Violet down here. And looks like we've also got Blizzard. Oh no, they're gonna... Let's see. No. They don't have any obvious easy exit, I guess.
They have the rope. They have their own spells
Yeah, that
to
works
rely on.
pretty well too.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, how much more difficult is it to grab a pony here?
Well, you rolled a 10, so this isn't... I would raise it up to a 6, right? You passed that, so... Who are you taking up with you?
Better take Violet.
Well, okay. Yeah. At Blizzard's own suggestion, I'll take Violet.
Excellent. Split party. Where's Violet? Violet goes up there. Luminescence goes up there. Okay. Let's go ahead and copy you guys. Things get pretty dark down here, Lizard.
Yep.
Looks pretty bleak as an entire village of ponies stare at you in the darkness. You never felt quite so lonely as you do now. Should be even better because Blizzard Star is your turn.
Yep.
What you gonna do, buddy? A literal town of ponies surround you.
Well, Blizzard looks up at Summerheart and Ruby and thinking that if he climbs up, the skeletons are just gonna keep on coming. So he decided to take a deep breath and do something a little crazy, but it's worth it.
Sure. What you gonna do?
He's going to freeze the entire town again.
Oh my god. Okay. Sure. Go ahead. D100 6.
I'm gonna reroll that.
You rolled a 7. Roll a 16. Should I? Yeah, I think I will. Just to be a meanie. I'll spend 3 tokens of darkness for you to autofill. Yes. Let me mark off the tokens.
Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Evil begins to descend. I think you hear in your mind, right? In the back of your mind.
Despair just. Fuck.
If I can't have her, who else do I get? Oh no! Whose turn is it now? It's the undead.
Pony feathers.
Swarming around you, hundreds, if not thousands of ponies descend upon you, right? Like a bone tide of creatures now reaching out to grasp you. I need you to roll me a body as they attempt to grapple you. Let's see here. It'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8 ponies trying to grab you. be 8d8. 8d6. Oh, so lucky. So very, very lucky. So very, very lucky. Summer, it is your turn. You can hear the bones grinding and trilling as they attempt to grab poor Blizzard Star. It is your turn, Summerheart.
I'm just waiting for the moment. If he can just grab onto the rope, I'm prepared to just yank him up with all my might.
Sure, so your action is to hold on to the rope and yank him up?
And just pull him up with all my might once he grabs onto the rope. Just ready to pull him up and get him and fish him out of there.
Excellent. Violet Shy, it's your turn. The ghost of Rudy screams as she has seen this once before. And said, no, they will take him down into the depths. Such terrors await him. He must escape. We must help him.
Not if I can help it, I reply to her as I just have the rope ready.
Luminescence, it is your turn. You stare down at the bleak figure down below the depths of darkness. You can barely see his magic.
If I can see him and I can see the undead ponies,
sure.
I'm gonna take a shot at some of the the nearest one there.
Sure. Go ahead. What are you attempting to do?
To see if I can hit them with a nice fireball, just to get them out of the way and get them to stop.
We're trying to help them ascend to the next life. That's just
but I'm not going to give up a friend who is alive who is being taken by them for that purpose. I am going to push them away and force them to let him go, if they won't otherwise do so. It's not the ideal solution, but it's not the ideal situation.
What do you have besides fire?
Well, I've got a number of different things. Actually, probably the easiest thing directly. How many skeletons or undead ponies are holding on to Blizzard at the moment?
Currently none. He's been able to dodge them very luckily.
Okay.
Yeah, but it won't last forever.
Nope.
It's probably easier and faster to just do this. I'm going to use a levitation spell and just lift Blizzard out of there.
Sure. Yeah. That'll work. Are you going to resist this, Blizzard?
Considering it's my way out, I'm going to say no.
Okay, all right. With an 18, you begin to levitate Blizzard Star. I think there's limitations to that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You do pass them, right? I think it's telekinesis, right? You're using telekinesis,
that would be telekinesis.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. Tell me how you lift your friend out of the pit.
Well, seeing my friend in a pit and surrounded by the undead who are trying to eat him and his soul, it seems like the obvious thing. So a little bit of focus on the horn, and usual spell casting. Takes a bit of extra effort and concentration to lift, but it's a nice steady rise, and we'll be able to have everybody out. So, good times.
Excellent. Everybody is together now. Blizzard Star, it's your turn. You are lifted up and above. Everybody should be on the same page now.
Yeah.
And my name is still in the middle of the screen.
You can move. You know how to move it, right?
No, I can't.
You should be able to. There's a little 4-star icon that you can move at the bottom of your. You see it? So if you look at your name with the wolf picture or fox picture, the blonde hair.
Yes.
See your name, Chris. To the left side, you see that the kid moving.
I see nothing next to it.
I don't know what to tell you.
I will show you. Let's see if I can do a print screen here.
What do you do, Blizzard Star?
Well, for one, I'm grateful I didn't get dragged by skeletons. But I know that they might come up, so just in case, I'm going to look down at the well and see or hear them trying to climb up.
So there's a rope, right?
Mm-hmm.
They haven't reached for it yet, but they are starting to look at the rope. They don't have a brain or eyes, so they're just staring up at you, expressionless. Right?
Well, I'm going to use my horn to pull the rope away from them.
Sure, go ahead.
That would be a telekinesis.
Mm-hmm. The DC is really low, it'd be a 4. Excellent. You now have the rope above. I need you to roll me a mind. As you're pulling up the rope, you're we're the ones that set this rope. How'd they get out before? Right? As you're thinking this, you begin watching them climb up each other, right? Kind of like ants. They begin climbing up each other, all the way up 50 feet as they climb up upon each other. The first one pops out.
Horse manure.
How did they do that? Not only that, you see the depths of it. So think about this, right? The well is 50 feet deep, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're climbing up on each other 5 by 5. So just to get up, you're starting to understand, right?
Yep.
The first one pops up. Copy. And once again, is reaching for Ruby as it makes it to the top. Where's Ruby? It reaches out to grab her to drag her down to the pit. Oh, crits! Okay, the DC is currently 6. Ruby, what you gotta roll, Ruby? Well, good. You got 10. Oh, and her ghostly form is just she glides out of the way. Summerheart, is your turn.
I do what I take her and I just bring her around to my other side.
Sure.
And put myself between her and everyone protect. And besides, now what? You mentioned a happier place. Where in 100 miles are we going to find a happier place?
Roll me a mind. So there are places that are happy within the Everfree Forest. So there's Chorus Hut, and there's it's Chorus Hut. Trying to think of happy places. But you know that you went through a portal, right? So this is a little plane of existence that Sunny Town exists in. So you have to make it back to the real world. The portal that you're aware of is at the
Blizzard and Luminescence. That was the question. You guys suggest we get to a happier place. Where exactly is that?
Well, certainly it wasn't the well. That's a very unhappy place.
Understatement.
Yes, I would say so. Let's consider what is the most beautiful place we can see from here, and one that doesn't have any association with the negative events that are driving these undead.
Where is there any place in this dark area that has any sense of light?
Nope.
Sounds like a good start.
Let's eternal darkness.
Go into the light.
Yep.
Or even create some light.
We come together and create light.
So you remember the fireplace. That's how you guys got in here.
Let's back to the fireplace then.
I mean, I guess you could set a fire.
Sounds good. Let's go over there and start a fire.
I'm just getting Ruby to come along with me. If I have to carry her on my back and run like heck, I will.
Sure. Go ahead and move. Where are you heading?
Back towards where the fireplace is, which I believe is inside here.
So you do know that there are windows that you could break out. There's also a door right over here, which your home was.
Well, whatever's the nearest entrance towards the fireplace, whether it's a nearby window or a door, I will take it with Ruby on my back.
There is a window that's currently right here. The fireplace is right in here.
I will leap through the window with Ruby on my back and at least make it this far to the fireplace. And call for my companions to get over here.
Violet Shine, it's your turn. The hordes of undead begin streaming out of the well. What do you do? The ghost of Ruby says, This is what we did last time. Do you remember? You left me before. You're going to leave me again?
I shake my head, not this time.
Are you so certain to put me in this fireplace, just as they did?
I don't think that's in my mind, that's not what I have in mind. But I don't believe that is what it is yet. I just want my friends to come together and luminescence can create light. We're gonna try and make it brighter in here. If that's what luminescence, is that what you have in mind, luminescence? Just create some light near the fireplace. Just make this place light up.
Oh, something along those lines. Probably actual fire, so we get both light and warmth.
Right.
But anything to bring cheer to this dreary environment.
So we're gonna bring some light and cheer back into this place. That's basically what I say there. And hopefully allow you and everyone else to finally be at peace.
Luminescence, it is your turn. As Ruby talks with Summer Heart.
Oh, given our discussion, I'm going to get a floating fireball going.
Sure.
Similar to the one that I created when we were trying to survive in the igloo.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
The DC is only 4. The fireball. Yeah, not a problem. There's a little torch. Would you like the torch?
Yep.
Let's see.
That kind of thing. So use that to light the way. And if any of the undead are getting close, I'm going to wave it at them.
Good guess. Oh, no, that's a fire spirit. Fire. Fire elemental. Nope. Don't we just have like a normal fire? I guess that'll work. Pretty there. Let's see here. Sure, you can control it. Luminescence. Sure that this bad boy has lights. That'd be bright light. 15 feet. Low light, 15 feet. Not directional. E. What type of fire do you want? Color of light. What's the color of your magic?
What color?
Yeah.
The magic itself is pink.
Pink.
But
bright pink or pink?
and for the flame itself, I mean, it would probably go with a nice cheery yellow-orange.
Yellow-orange. Plan. Save. You see it? Should be able to control it now.
Do not see it, no.
She has some total there.
Oh, okay. I think that must be... It's smaller than I thought.
Well, you said you
there
want
it is,
little,
yeah.
You want it to be bigger?
It looks like a crater.
It's not a crater. It's a scotch.
But okay, yeah, that works.
Okay. Let's just start. You're up next. Everybody see it. Yep, that's that. What do you do, Blizzard Star? Your companion lights a torch.
Well, I decided to follow Summerheart towards the fireplace.
Sure.
And decided to test a theory, thinking light, warmth, and to have everyone forgive. That's where Blizzard decides to create to use his fire magic to light the fire pit.
Sure. Let's make a copy of this. It ignites. Instead of a green, what color does it become?
It becomes... The light becomes...
Blue?
Amber.
Amber. Why does it have to be like, okay, that's an interesting color. So you want it to be like a golden light, like a yellow?
Gold light like the sun.
Okay, so
More
as
like a
is.
sunset.
Oh,
Okay, as is.
well, might not just be a sunny gold.
This one will be controlled by Blizzard. I need you to roll me a Blizzard. There we go. Save. You should be able to control it now. There we go. Anything up as you light a torch in the fire pit?
Well, I decided to get between Summerheart and Ruby and say...
I still need a mind check. I assume that's what you're doing?
Oh, fire magic?
Yeah. No problem.
I get between Oh.
Well,
That's
if you're,
Creatures
gonna,
are this direction.
if you're going to get between, might I recommend here to be between?
Oh. Alright. I just tell Ruby that just relax with your friend. You know, there's no going into the fire pit this time. Just relax and spend time with your friend. And remember how happy you were when you could just hang out.
Anything else, Blizzard Star?
Nope.
That's when the undead hordes begin arriving. Oops. The undead hordes begin arriving. Just copy. Oh, you don't need to be down there. Delete. There we go. Perfect. Swarming out of their hole in the ground like an army of ants. Begin climbing out. Paste. Okay. Luminescence, you're the one that's nearest.
Well, that can't be good.
That's great for them, because you're right next to the hole. Okay, how many is around you? 8 of them. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. 7. 7 of them try to grab you and drag you down into the pit. D6. 2 of them. 2d8s. Oh no, Luminescence. Have to beat my 6.
I think that might require a re-roll.
Yeah, might want to.
Oh, come on!
Luminescence, come with me into the darkness, buddy. That's to you. The good news is 8 of them take you down, right? But there's more where they came from. This is horrible. They grab you. How about this? They grab you this turn. You are currently grappled.
This is not good.
Summerheart, it's your turn.
Let's see, so I can't, I'm better. Ruby is more protected there. I just speak of the good times of when, and considering the amusing fact is that we were all kids, and unless I'm mistaken, she still appears as a kid, while I myself am a young adult now. Is that what it is? She appears as a kid, and I'm a young adult.
Yes. How she died, how you remember her, look exactly the same.
Right. Granted, I was outside of town when the whole thing occurred, so I did not witness the actual murder.
She is a reflection, an exact reflection of your memory.
Yes. I just speak of the good times when I was there, when everyone was actually happy and peaceful and not afraid. But I also tell her that it was, but at the same time, I also very firmly tell her that it wasn't her fault. If she has any feelings of thinking it's her fault because she got a cutie mark, I assure her that it wasn't her fault. She has nothing to blame for. It's like my friends say, getting a cutie mark is nothing to be ashamed of. It's nothing to be afraid of either. And I speak of I spoke of all the times when she was good at finding things, hence her special talent. She was always good at, that was just her thing. She was good at finding things. And I'm just grateful that I could find her here and hopefully help her find the way to the next life, not just for her and for the others, out of that compassion and forgiveness and love for them.
Roll me a charm. I think she hugs you back and she says, I'm so sorry that I brought you here.
Don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. I had to come back and face my own darkness. If I hadn't, I would have been what I have been ever since I ran away the first time. And nothing would have changed for the better.
You always said that I'm good at finding things, but you found me.
And even though you may depart into the next life, if I know that if you can go in peace, and all the other ponies of Sunnytown, if they can indeed go in peace and be free, I know in my heart you will still be with me here. And I again point to my heart. And I know that I will always be here, and I point to her heart to where her heart is in the spiritual sense.
So what is your intention here?
Just to assure her that we'll always be friends. And I will always love her as my friend, just as Twilight always loved her friends. And even when, and heaven knows what happened in the lore, that after, who knows what became of Twilight, if she lived on for many years and her friends actually passed on, we don't know. But even if they did, they would always be in each other's hearts, whether in this life or the next.
So in this game, you already know that one of the elements of harmony is already dead. In this game.
I didn't quite hear that because someone else has audio going on.
So in this game, right, not canon, mind you, one of the elements of harmony is dead. That element is generosity. She died along with side the greed.
Right. No, she may have died physically, but what she stood for and what she taught and what she stands for continues to live on in the hearts of others. Those who looked up to her, those who remembered her and loved her. She may be dead in body, but her spirit lives on in the hearts of those who loved her. Not just Twilight and her friends, but other friends of Rarity as well, and her family. Sweetie Belle and so forth.
So I think she hugs you, right? She hugs you and she says, "Your words are true, and I believe in you. But what do we do now?"
We simply have to let the others know that they need to let go as well. They've lived in this fear and this suffering for too long. It's time for them to understand that they need to let go as well.
Well, what do you suggest?
Light.
I think that's where you hear screaming of your companion as luminescence is grappled by him. Violet Shy, what do you do? It's the ghost of Ruby's turn. She's like, "I agree, but what should we do about your friend? You must make it out of here alive. I know I live on inside of you."
Just not making things easier with them being over there, and they need to get over here. This is really complicated things.
Sonny, I know that I'm a part of you. I'm part of you, like a friend will always be. But you have to let me go.
And what exactly does she mean by that, letting her go? To join them and descend into the well, or simply let her go and then let her go so she can ascend?
She tries to convince you to leave. Right? You and your companions. She's trying to convince you and your companions to leave.
Previously, she didn't want us to leave. This feels like a contradiction now.
So, to be clear, right? You've convinced her that she will be a part of you always, right? And she finds comfort in that, right?
Right.
You have received your cutie mark, right?
Actually, I found my name.
Oh, you found your name.
Cutie mark is my.
You haven't found your cutie mark.
I haven't discovered my special talent, although I'm starting to believe it lies along this. It just simply lies along the path of just simply protecting those I care about.
I think that's what she figures it out. She's like, "That's it. What's your cutie mark?"
Protecting those I care about. And I think I would send. I think the symbol for that. The only thing that comes to mind for the moment
As
would
you
be
say
like,
that, your companion is screaming, Luminescence, it's your turn.
"Oh, well, that I will." You know, the thing is, I wanted them to come over here. I don't know why they were delaying. Why they? What were they?
Luminescence is currently grappled by the undead. He is currently held down.
Yeah, this isn't exactly a decision, to remain here. The undead have made it very
I will
difficult.
just run over. I will come over here and simply just get this one out of the way to hopefully create an opening for Luminescence. Just to.
Sure, the DC of breaking their grapple is 6.
Here we go. I'm gonna try and get them out.
The 16, tell me how you free your companion.
Just another act of desperate friendship. And here's
Is this when you get your cutie mark? Is this when you get your cutie mark?
I think that would be an appropriate time. Yeah, in this case, it would be like I'm thinking of a shield, maybe made of like a golden shield.
Excellent.
It has like the appearance of sun rays.
I think that's like when the world changes and cracks open and reveal, right? And the undead and everything
done.
begin
You
to
both
shrink away as the light begins to change.
Something a bit like that in the art section.
This is when everybody is transported back. Okay. Let's see here. Copy. To here.
And I need to replace that token.
There we go.
So yeah, that one's gone. So here I am. Oh, well, I'd be down there still.
Well, this looks a lot more pleasant. A lot fewer undead.
Where the world returns back to normal as Summerheart finds his true calling in protecting others. The ghost of Ruby, begins to fade. Not as quickly or violently as that of the undead. But she begins to fade, and she realizes she doesn't have to go back into the furnace, right?
Now I can't get back into this part here.
Oh, give me a second. Guys, patience. I have to just make adjustments. There we go. Rudy begins to fade, and she's like, I found my part, and I was punished for it. You have found your way, and you have been rewarded. Summerheart, you have found your name and your purpose and calling in life, just as I did. Remember me.
What did she say?
Remember me.
I promise, Ruby. And with that, I just reach out to embrace her and just keep it there for as long as I can. Knowing that she's starting to fade away, I just keep it there until I can no longer until there's no longer anything. It's like the end of that Disney Pixar movie Onward.
Sure.
If you ever saw it.
Rudy fades away into the Everfree.
That's where I start crying once again, but this time it's happy tears.
Everybody gets one token of friendship for completing a personal quest. Huzzah!
Ready?
You guys are currently in the Everfree Forest. What do you guys do now?
Originally we were back in the snowy mountains, and we were sent there by that other ghost pony.
Queen Amor.
Yeah, Queen Amor. and we were going to help her too.
We're never getting Yakistan, are we?
Well, you had to confront your past. What do you guys do?
I would call out Queen Amor.
You hear nothing. You hear the gentle breeze of your once hometown ruins of Sunnytown, your house as you remember it. The light fades around you. What do you guys do?
No. I just come to my friends and just take them into a gentle embrace and thank you for helping me face my darkness. I now know that as long as we stick together, nothing can stop us. I just group hug my three friends.
Oh yes, we've managed to come through that in one piece and made some progress. Everybody's feeling better. But we still need to head north.
I just wish there was a way we could magically get back to where we were with Queen Amor.
Actually, I want to test something real quick. Blizzard then started to run all the way back to where we first entered the house. Like back to the front door and look around.
Well, if you're going there, let's come along with you. Where did you go exactly?
To the front door that we all magically appeared to at first.
Okay, I see you over there, so let's all join you over here. Let's all convey over here.
I got you. No distance.
And Blizzard decides to look around. Since this is where they appeared at first,
Sure.
he wondered if there was a way back.
Roll me a mind.
I'll see what I can. Is there anything I can do to help him?
You could upgrade his dice for assisting.
All right.
I don't know if he needs it. I think he's got 20.
Well, an extra one doesn't hurt. So you want me to roll a mine?
Yep. 14, yes. You're quite familiar with the teleportation spell.
Okay.
She teleported you. She didn't say how you were going to get back. All she said was that you were going to have to face your own nightmares in order to move forward.
Okay. So, we faced your nightmares, Summer, but... Well, what other nightmares do we have to face?
Well, there's always Luna on a bad day.
This is not a dream. You're very confident that this is not a dream.
Yeah, I think those skeletons seems to indicate it as much.
I didn't think it was a dream. It was just a joke about Nightmare Moon.
Currently, you are deep within the heart of the Everfree Forest. Where do you want to go?
Well,
We should probably make for Ponyville. That's our best place to get everything re-equipped, figure out what's going on, and see what will be the best move to quickly get back on track to reach Yakistan.
yeah.
So, Equestria, show players. Oh, that's not it. Where's the map?
Nice image.
There we go. Map of Equestria. Yes, you're currently in the Everfree Forest, which is south of Ponyville. You see where Ponyville is? Or free
We
force.
have to go north anyway, so we'll just head up until we get to Ponyville, and like I say, that's where all the best resources are likely to be found.
Well, in our case, just get to Ponyville, take the first train back to the Crystal Empire, and get back on the snowy route towards Yakistan, or into those icy mountains. Then again, there was that portal that brought us into that nightmarish place that appeared to be under the mountains, and that was where we found Queen Amor.
I need everybody roll me mind. Summerheart, you are aware of both Princess Twilight is a capable teleporter, and also Starlight Glimmer is a capable teleporter.
Well,
We also
yes,
have the Trigonoquist Discord, who is also not a competent teleporter.
yeah. Well, last time we tried Discord, we ended up in weird places. And last time we tried Twilight, didn't get it very far.
Twilight
Well,
was
this is the
distracted.
only plan we have, so might as well.
I mean, yeah, we're allowed to get
We asked
another.
Twilight or Starlight to teleport us where? To Queen Amor's cavern? Or to
No, we get them to
the
teleport
trail?
us straight to Yakistan. Twilight at least has been there, we know, and intercontinental teleports are a possibility. We've seen it done.
Wait,
Well, all we do know, Twilight has teleported from Ponyville to Canterville at least once.
And Starlight has gone all the way from Ponyville to the frozen north. So, this is at least feasible. I'm not sure how difficult it would be to do this or convince them or anything.
But the question is that having them solve it, is asking them to do that, putting them in a position where they're solving a problem that's meant for us or not?
Well, that's usually why I ignore them as a resource, but the GM suggested it this time, so I think we have a chance.
I'm
All
going
right.
to refer you guys to the map of Ponyville, the updated map. As you can see, there is the School of Friendship, Twilight's Castle, Fun Flam Super Duper Store, Cloudsdale, Fluttershy's Cottage, Sweet Apple Acres, the Rarities Boutique, Equestrian Heartlands. Where would you like to go?
Then we go to the School of Friendship and see if we can find the headmistress.
Excellent. Roll me a mind as you try to get out of the Everfree Forest. Not a problem. Bing. Twilight's Castle, or where exactly in the school?
Wherever Starlight would be.
The principal's office.
and the principal office, where you shall go.
Good.
So the question is, are we being teleported to Yakistan or to the wherever Queen Amor is in the mountain?
You are also
Like
familiar.
Pakistan, we know that issue has been languishing for far too long. We really should have been there ages ago.
You guys are also aware of Twilight Sparkle's balloon as another form of transportation.
What are the risks of taking the balloon?
Much lower.
Death by falling out of the sky.
It's relatively safe, assuming that there's no warships in the air.
Well, I for one feel that we do need to get to Yakistan as soon as possible now.
Okay. Where's he?
Yeah, we can just go find a few more
We also
stuff.
cannot forget about Queen Amor.
No,
Let's
I want
let's
to
talk to a Starlight.
You make it to the School of Friendship. through some trials and tribulations. Starlight Glimmer greets you and says, "Hello, ponies. What can I do for you?"
We'd like to ask if you're able to. We understand that you're able to teleport to great distances. Are you able to teleport the four of us? Yeah.
That is an interesting request. For teleporting myself isn't that hard. Teleporting 4 random ponies is a little bit more difficult and will need some prep time. Do you have anything that you need to do while you're here in town that you should probably accomplish?
I cannot think of anything in or out of character.
Have you guys heard of the new Wonder Bolts?
No, I haven't had a chance.
Strange
Wait.
and different pony.
No, you can't be serious.
You know exactly what I'm saying. Oh, well, just forget about that. Moving on.
No, she said face your nightmares. I feel like that might be my nightmare.
Is there anything you need to do here? Anything at all?
Yes.
Check in with
About the
Twilight.
new Wonder Bolts?
Blizzard comments that there is one thing we need to take care of.
No, it's okay. I'll teleport you guys. Don't worry about it.
What is it that you want to do, Blizzard?
There's still the matter of that unicorn.
At Unicorn?
Yes. Remember Remember when we were first setting out?
Sorry, I don't recall out of character.
I don't
We
know.
need to face Crimson.
Okay, now I remember. I had forgotten Crimson was a unicorn. The name I remember, I just didn't remember what species.
She was the one that placed the branding on my flank at the beginning.
Yes, that I do remember. And if I remember, Queen Amor removed that from you.
She did, but it is something that would still bother me to this day.
How quickly we forget scars.
Yeah. We dealt with your nightmares, Summer. Now I feel like we need to face mine.
By all means, but let's try to make this quick. We can't dawdle.
That's what Blizzard says. Forgive us, Miss Glimmer, but we need to take care of something. We'll be right back.
Well, if you need teleportation, thank you for telling me ahead of time. I can make the preparations and hopefully get an upgraded dice. She smiles
Take
at
as
you.
much time to prepare as possible.
Prepare away, please.
Sounds good. I will start working on the teleportation, sir.
And
when will you guys be back?
Hopefully not too long. About
What time of day? What time is it right now?
Roll a d12. Oh, it's late. Late. It's actually dark. By the time you get into Ponyville, it is 11th hour. Took you all day to travel here.
boy, then
Another day
we'll
marked
be
off.
back. We'll be back in the morning.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Now off to.
You sure you don't want to rest here tonight and get full HP before heading out? This is a safe place after
Actually,
all.
that's probably not a bad idea. Having everybody at full health before we face whatever is coming up with Crimson.
And I guess a quick nap wouldn't hurt.
Sure. Where would you like to stay?
The student dorms.
It's like, yes, go take shit on him now that I forgot. Now that I remember, just go fight it. Sure, yes. Roll me a charm. It's a D6. Not a D8. Oh, wow. Roll me a charm.
Oh, Summer did. He got an 11.
She says, yes, of course. For ponies such as you, our doors are always open. She hesitates slightly and she says, yes, of course. In the morning, I will make the preparations and then you guys can deal with what you need to. She says, I would recommend staying away from the Twilight's Castle while you're here.
Right.
Why is that?
Roll me a charm. I don't know if she told you last time.
I don't recall if she did.
You have to beat my 5. She says, yes, the element of disharmony is there, the element of despair. Ponyville, as you guys remember, is in a terrible state. The darkness of despair has descended upon it. Dark clouds gather around Twilight's castle.
Yeah, that would do it.
We'll keep that in mind, Miss Starlight.
She nods in reply. You guys going to bed? You guys want to role play anything this night as you guys sleep off and get full hit points again?
We've had a lot of good role play. We just need a nap.
Yes, nap sounds good.
You guys crash. You're awoken by the distant calls of a cock-a-doodle-doo of a distant rooster. What do you do as you guys wake up? Once again, I will show you Ponyville. Updated map of Ponyville. Where do you guys go? There's also the train station. Don't forget, there's the train station,
Right.
Twilight's Balloon, teleportation. Yeah, there's a lot of options here.
Well, teleportation will certainly be the fastest. The balloon might be fun and would be good for more than just one trip, but I think we really are on a time crunch at this point. We need to be getting to Yakistan yesterday.
We will. This is where Crimson should be at the Flam Flam Super Duper store.
Oh, you're heading towards the Fun Flam Super Duper store? Is that where you guys are headed?
Well, that was... Yeah.
I
Is
thought
that
it
where
was
we
destroyed
encountered
in the last
where we
adventure.
saw Crimson last?
Yep.
Head over to the Flim Flam Super Duper store. Where's it at? I just passed it. Where was it?
Oh yeah, over we go then.
Excellent. I've been here for a while. You make it. The store has been ransacked. Several fires have been taking place here. You say several corpses which have not been picked up or left. A great battle had taken place here.
This is where Blizzard took a deep breath and just says, "You hear, Crimson?"
Roll me a charm.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Gonna re-roll that.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, it's a 7, so it's not a complete fail, but hey.
Well, let's see here. How far does this go? Don't forget it's a crit, so die 8, die 10. Okay. Blizzard Star, you begin to get nervous as you approach this thing. You remember that Crimson cursed you last time, right?
Yeah.
Like that familiar old pain in your flank begins to like itch. It doesn't hurt, right? It's like a phantom pain because it was with you so often.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get no reply. As a matter of fact, you hear the squeak of bats in the distance.
Blizzard gulps as his nose. He's trying to steal his nose, but he is very much scared. But he trots forward.
You see a bunch of signs offering at half price off. You notice that there are several corpses around.
I'm looking to Luminescent and Violet Shy. And just gesturing for them to come along.
Actually, you probably need to update your stuff. Let's update your stuff.
All of this stuff is still here from the previous engagement.
There you go.
We still have all the Shadow Wolf corpses.
Indeed.
Yeah, those corpses have not left. To be
Well,
clear, those
like
corpses
pony
haven't
corpses,
been
wasn't
picked up.
like-
And several of them are burnt, by the way.
Seem to have duplicated somehow.
Give me
I
a
see
second, I'm clearing out the old
my
ones.
companions, but I deleted my one previous token.
Yeah. I'm replacing the old ones with new ones so that you guys can see better. The lighting effects, been changed, been updated. As you approach what appears to be some sort of cage, you see 3 bat ponies gathered around. And Crimson, of course, turns and smiles at you. She says, "You finally crawled your way back to me."
Crimson, I want to know exactly why you did it. Even after my brother tried to help you. Why?
She smiles at you and she says, "Oh, you haven't found your brother yet."
Only his hoof notes. But I know he's still out there.
Would you like me to read those notes?
You sure you're not going to rip them just to spite me or anything?
Oh no, I will not do anything to your notes.
Blizzard, while his hooves is shaking, showed her Snow Comet's notes.
She smiles at him and says, "She has found my master's lair."
Well, Snow Comet always has been one to take the fight to an enemy.
Those notes give specific directions of teleportations deep within the heart of despair's domain, or cruelty's domain. It also says that he is cursed, and that some great evil is after him.
Yeah, I was around when you and him was fighting in that same cage over there. But he won. He even tried to help you.
But he ran off. Ran off to his doom.
No. These notes are showing that he continues to fight on. He doesn't quit and he doesn't abandon anyone.
He does if he's captured, enslaved.
Blizzard started to feel his heart pounding as his anger is growing. Not instantly, but slowly building. It just says, he'll continue to fight. He did with you, and he does it every time.
I have been nothing but helpful towards you. Pushed you towards your brother.
I trust him. After all, we're brothers. I will always be there for him, as he always has for me.
Blizzard Star, you've always been smarter than your brother. What would be the most cruel thing cruelty could do to you?
That's where the realization hit Ace, like, no,
Yes.
he wouldn't.
Turn brother against brother. She smiles cruelly at you, revealing her fangs.
She won't bow down to him that easily. I heard about his exploits. He fought him once and he can fight him again.
Do you really think so?
It's not a matter of if I think so. I have faith in him.
Blind faith will lead you down a dark path, little pony.
Really. Because it seems to me that faith has led me to a bright side. One where I have friends. And that's what Blizzard points to his friends behind him.
I think she laughs. She says, ha ha ha. Yes, friends. Why have friends when you can have servants? She gestures to her companions.
And let me ask
Do
you.
you not like the new Wonderbolts?
Well, they may look strong, but let me ask you. Do you even know who they are? Their friends, their families, their passions, their goals? Do you know anything about them?
They are useful tools to my ends. Just as
And
you
that's-
treat your friends.
I don't treat my friends as tools. I don't think I'm above them, and they don't think that I'm below or above them. We are equals.
Is that so? Is that why your brother abandoned you?
He did not abandon me. And that's where his horn started to spark, having a little bit of a magical surge. Not a whole lot, but inklings of it.
Easy, Blizzard Star. You remember what happened last time, and the time before that.
He did no such thing.
She smiles cruelly at you.
That's where I would put a gentle hoof on Blizzard Star on his shoulder and just encourage him to try to remain calm, be firm, but don't start giving into anger and hate. Because cruelty can start with those. It can start with anger, then become hate. And then hate can turn into cruelty.
Don't listen to him. He's just trying to deceive you from the truth. The truth that's in your heart.
And what truth would that be, Crimson?
There's only disharmony.
And this is where Blizzard decides to calm himself and decides to give a little moment of victory and just says, and yet cruelty couldn't even lasted 5 minutes without being run over by a train.
Oh, do you think he is dead?
Not dead, but he is wounded at least.
She smiles at you. You should see for yourself.
If you're planning on having another brand or curse mark on me, forget it.
In my heart, and while I don't say this openly, in my head I'm just saying this to myself. The only truth I see is that harmony is always having that sense of unity. Disharmony couldn't find a way to bring itself together, even if it wanted to. That is where harmony is stronger. Because it unites. Disharmony can't unite. As far as he's concerned, each of the elements of disharmony are basically on their own. But the elements of harmony, whether they manifest in personages or simply in those intangibles, they are still always united. And that itself is the one great advantage harmony has over disharmony.
This is where Blizzard started to really get in and just say, Crimson, the elements of disharmony, sooner or later, they'll just turn on each other. And when there's no one else to fight, they're just gonna destroy themselves. They need someone to blame. They need someone to cast whatever just because of one simple thing. They cannot handle the fact that what they're doing is neither great nor anything to brag about. Only uniting, bringing harmony, even being with friends. Just like what Princess Twilight Sparkle did when she was just a normal unicorn. I want to become a great unicorn just like her. Not one of magic, one that can bring ponies, changelings, all creatures in this planet together, like she did.
I think she gags at this. She's just like, right? And she's just like, ugh, how heroic. She says, Blizzard Star, don't you know? Like, you don't need these other ponies. You should assert your dominance over them. You should burn down their towns. That way they know you are in charge. They have such power. You need but reach out and take it. Don't fall into their trap of love and harmony and caring. Those are just delusions. Delusions of nothing.
I just simply I have one of those sad smiles and shake my head but say nothing. But I also look to Blizzard and ask him, what is the opposite of cruelty?
Blizzard doesn't say. In fact, he has a neutral look in his face as he starts to trot towards Crimson. That's not in a hurry, just taking his time to trot over to her till he's face to face to her.
And I just come a little closer, but not get in their personal space, but also invite Luminescence and Violet just to accompany over here.
This is where Blizzard pointed his hoof at someone's, just indicating that no following, just stay back. And Blizzard is
be right
looking.
here, so we're being here for you.
Blizzard just looks dead in the eye at Blizzard. In fact, they're almost muzzle to muzzle at each other.
Remember what I whispered this to you previously. I asked, what is the opposite of cruelty?
This is where Blizzard did something that is quite frankly insane. He smiled at Crimson and gave her a boop on the snoot. And just says, I forgive
roll me
you.
a charm. Let me see. Roll me a charm.
I'm going to re-roll.
Sure.
Would you like, actually, Blizzard, would you like to have one of my tokens so you can up it?
Actually, I still got some left. I'm going to use 3 of my tokens.
So auto succeed.
Yep.
I'll tell you 1 token of darkness. She says, she's like surprised, right, at this. And she says, Blizzard, I can see that you are a pony of some intelligence. What you say is true. Disharmony will destroy themselves, right? And harmony will die off. We should work together and bring about a new world order.
What do you mean by a new world order? This is where Blizzard crocks his eyes and just wanted to see exactly where her thought process is going here.
Allow harmony and disharmony to destroy each other, and we will pick up the parts afterwards. You can be my servant.
This is where Blizzard kind of chuckles and says, thanks for the offer, but nah, not really much into becoming someone's servant. Besides, I forgave you. I'm not forgetting.
We could save your brother together.
And I simply look to Blizzard. We wouldn't be servants, but we can be friends. Why not be? Forget about servants and instead be friends.
She grimaces at this, and she says, "This offer extends to Blizzard Star. He's clearly the most powerful one of you all. We can become powerful allies, Blizzard Star."
Well, I simply look to Blizzard and see if he'll consider what I mentioned about friends instead of servants.
Crimson, you keep saying that I'm more powerful, but no. For crying out loud, I'm nearly as powerful as Twilight was. And she was the student of Celestia herself. I'm just a unicorn. There's nothing special about me.
Oh, there is so much more you don't know.
How so? And this is where Blizzard had a face where he's genuinely confused.
You know, magic, right? Alicorn magic.
This is where Blizzard starts to laugh and just say, Alicorn magic? You're saying that I can use it? I doubt it. I mean, do you see wings behind my back?
She smiles at this, right? And I think she steps back, and then she 2 fiery wings erupt out of her shoulders, right? 2 massive fire wings. You've seen this before, by the way.
Yeah, not really a fond memory.
The intensity. Yep, you can feel the intensity of the heat radiating off of her.
My gosh, I'm now thinking of Opaline from the new generation.
Well, Crimson was before Opaline, so I don't know what
I
to
know,
do.
I wouldn't exactly call. I don't know whether it would be called a coincidence or simply great minds think alike, but still, the fact is this: fire alicorn
Crimson is Blizzard Star's creation. To be clear.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I'm well aware of that.
I'm working with what he gave me.
And he is enjoying to the maximum here.
Okay.
All right. By this comparison.
Okay. So, Blizzard see Crimson's wings and he flinched a little. Not from the heat, but also the memories of what Crimson did.
Oh, yeah. He's got burned twice before. I think this is where she's going to attempt to charm you over to her side. Right?
Okay.
She's going to attempt to charm you. No, 2. Yeah, the fire rings don't really help her out at all. She looks more demonic than angelic to you. Because you've been burnt twice. Branded once. Yeah, the flinch does work. Yeah. She stands before you with her radiant, burning wings. You're not the only one flinching, by the way. The 2 bat ponies kind of flinch away from her as she does this, right? So you're not the only one put off by her like intense heat and her clear, grand showboating, right?
Honestly, I was a little worried you're going to use 3-cut tokens to make me favorite though. This is what Blizzard says.
This is her attempting. This is She laughs at this, right? She's like, ha, ha, ha. And she laughs, the wings like fade away, become less intense. And she's like, who needs friends when you have power?
It's ironic. There was a villain that I read up long ago, of Cozy Glow, seeing friendship only as power.
Do you think Twilight does not use her authority to obtain what she desires? So foolish a pony.
I would love to hear one instance where she wasn't influenced by the elements of disharmony to even flex or goad or do anything with her power.
Roll me a mind. Roll me a mind. How many times is that? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you've read the books of Harmony, right? You've read her actually publishing the books of her faults. So yeah, Twilight has abused her authority multiple times.
Yeah, I guess I want myself.
Sometimes she's gone a little nuts, man. Sometimes she's rutting about it.
Okay, that is a good point. But regardless, she's still a pony. She makes mistakes.
Yeah, but Crimson is playing off that, to be clear. Duh.
Right,
Crimson's kind of like, yeah, she is a pony. She's mortal. Yeah. She's just like you and me.
Look, Crimson, I get it. You think I have this potential, but I'm sorry. I don't see myself as special. I don't want to have all this power just so that I could have every pony feel me. This is where Snow started to use his horn to make Sif snow inside the building. That's acting just like a snowy winter wonderland, I suppose. And he says, I want to give them an opportunity to smile, have fun, and just feel safe.
Roll me a charm. Oh, well, actually, roll me. You're trying to cast a spell. So cast a spell first, and then roll me a charm to see how it plays off. Holy crap, you do exactly what you say. Plus, you get an upgraded dice on this charm.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, wow. That's a crit.
Can I roll again for a D20?
That's a D20, yeah, that's a D20. Okay, well, that's still pretty good. Crimson nods in agreement. She's like, yes, you are incredibly powerful. You have convinced me. You have convinced me. Even now, Cruelty holds your brother captive within his domain. He will break him eventually. But I think you already know this.
Blizzards looked at her in defiance and say, he won't break. And I'll make sure I'm there to help him. After all, someone has to make sure.
She smiles and she says, just as I broke you once.
This is where Blizzard decides to show her his flank and says, yeah, and that mark that shows it is gone. I think it's time to move on, except that what happened is in the past, and all I can look forward to is a brighter future.
You look for me to be your future, Blizzard Star.
By the way, Blizzard, you didn't quite answer the question. What is the opposite of cruelty?
Kindness.
Perhaps showing kindness is the key.
This is where Blizzard decides to walk up to a Crimson again and just give her a hoof, wanting to, shake her hoof. And just says, "Owl doesn't mean anything. I just want to make sure every pony can relax and enjoy themselves. Don't you want to just relax and just have fun?"
Roll me a charm. Oh. Okay. So she crit, but you succeed her. She kind of rotates your hoof, kind of reluctantly, right? And she's like, "You are lucky that you are so good looking. Otherwise, I'd burn you again."
Well, to be fair, it's not the first time a mayor somehow managed to think to use me as target practice. Still remember that ghost we had to encounter.
Will not be the last. She smirks at this.
Hardy ho, very funny, Crimson. And this way genuinely smiles at her.
She gives you her vampiric teeth smile. Do you have anything else you'd like to ask me? Anything else about my master's actions?
Just one. What does he want with Yakistan?
She smiles at you and she says, the yaks are part of his demise.
Yeah, I think we need to... I guess I have to get back to Yakistan and hopefully bring back the champion of the Crystal Empire. This is where Snow started to walk away.
She says a yak, a unicorn, and a spider, and some sort of dragon. My master's afraid of it. I don't know why. He keeps these secrets to himself.
I know why, Blizzard replies, but he gave Crimson a bit of a wink and says, "But I won't tell you. It will spoil the surprise for your master."
She shrugs. She says, "I care not if he succeeds."
This is where Blizzard...
Twilight Sparkle. I like to keep my options open, if you know what I mean.
This is where Blizzard walks away. While walking away, waves his hooves and says, "Catch you later, Crimson. And thanks for giving me an idea for a spell. Maybe I can try to make my own wings. Instead of fire, maybe ice instead."
I think she lifts a hoof up, wave goodbye. You succeed in her not being hostile. What do you guys do now?
What else?
The question, Blizzard, are you done? Are you done with your confrontation with her?
Equestria.
Well, for one, I'd show that he can be fine, somewhat. Plus,
Are you sure that you faced your demons as I have? And I'm just speaking out of character for the moment.
I feel like I have.
Are you sure?
Well, what do you want me to do? Have a frozen solid like Stewick, Chrysalis, and Crowsy Glow when they will turn to stone?
I asked you the question multiple times, and have you acted on that?
And I said yes.
But did you act on it?
That boop on the snoot was a show of kindness. So that I can be your friend instead of just an enemy, a servant, or anything like that.
And to be clear, he did succeed in the skill challenge. He succeeded 3 times.
All right.
So yeah, there's no reason for her to be hostile.
It just seemed a little vague on my side.
Although, I mean, I guess you could. I mean, since you are suspicious of her, Summer Heart, go ahead and roll me a mind.
And I'm actually going to spend a token to re-roll that.
Sure. So with that 8, you have good reason not to trust Crimson. You're not quite sure why, right? Because you're not a mind reader. But your instincts are solid.
Well, I have the feeling I get the feeling this isn't quite over yet, Blizzard. But if you feel that you're ready to go elsewhere and come back to her later, so be it.
This is where Blizzard decides to listen to Summer and then ask both Violet and Luminescence of what they think.
I think we need to get going.
But if you don't mind, do y'all feel like she has some intentions or anything else as to like?
Well, the fact is she kept referring to her master.
Almost absolutely clear that this individual is up to no good and trying to do damage to everything we're trying to build. But unfortunately, there are a lot of such individuals around. Some of them are over in the castle at the moment.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh,
I don't think you've completely severed her tie with cruelty yet.
Not even close.
So, you shouldn't trust her or take her advice too seriously or do anything she wants particularly, as it'll probably serve a negative outcome. There's not a lot we're going to benefit from at this point beyond any kind of conversation. So if you've resolved whatever personal issues you have with Crimson there, I think we've done what we came to do.
And Blizzard decides to think a moment with all your input and just says, maybe I can try and convince her to join us to fight against cruelty. But if not,
we're here.
Then we just leave.
Well, that's where you can count on us to help you.
You're welcome to try.
We stood. I was able to free Ruby and the others from despair, but I couldn't have done that without you. Without. Do you understand what I? Do you understand what I?
He nods and hurries back and walks back to Crimson with the 4 of them behind him.
Missed me already.
Actually, my friends have been talking and thinking that there's a chance that you can stop being cruelty's pawn and join us. Fight against him. We could probably do good instead of trying to treat everything as a game of servants, pawns.
Instead of hurt. Hey, we don't hurt others. We help others. We're and we don't do it because because one of us is servant to another. We do it because we're friends. And that is something that cruelty could never give.
I think she laughs at this and she says, "You came back to tell me that."
Well, I ask my friends. It's always nice to hear outputs of friends.
Blizzard Star, once again, you're listening to your slaves. Why?
This is where Blizzard decides to tilt his head and just say, "They're not my slaves, they're my friends. I listen because I care."
Don't let them make you doubt yourself.
Well, don't you have ponies that you listen to, that you trust?
She laughs. No, of course not. Why would I? My secrets and thoughts are my own.
Well, it's always nice to have outputs. For instance, this is where Blizzard points to the two bat ponies that she had with her and says, "You two, may I know your names?"
They're like quiet, right? And they look to Crimson to answer. She says they will not speak unless I ask them to speak. This is true power, Blizzard Star.
But yet they have their own thoughts. If you just listen to your comrades, you might come up with something even better than before.
Their thoughts are irrelevant to my opinion.
That's what many generals thought about their soldiers, but yet without their soldiers, army, or even a general cannot be as effective.
Are you not a soldier? Are you not running to break the siege of Equestria?
So, I highly doubt I could consider myself a soldier. I mean, look at me. This is where Snow kind of shows his, kind of waves his hooves as he's just sat on Atlantis and says, "Do I look like I have the strength to be a soldier?"
I think she smiles at you, right? And walks up to you and says, "It is not your body that I desire, Blizzard Star."
This is where Blizzard kind of smirks and says, "Alright, but hey, I doubt my magic is, well, stronger than even Starlight Glimmers."
Oh, it is. I have just seen it. You literally
I get
outclassed Starlight Glimmer. Yeah, you literally stayed at Snow inside a building.
Okay, fair enough.
Oh, I'm not powerful.
Scratch that reply to say, "Crimson, it's not magic or strength. It's my companions. I listen to them because they probably know something that I don't. Let me ask you, what do you know?"
Blizzard Star, once again, you are concerning yourself with lesser beings.
No being is less. No being is lesser. They have equal, if not even greater strength and greatest potential than myself.
She just rolls her eyes at this.
I mean, look at Blizzard. I mean, look at Snow Comet, my brother. You fought him, and you lost, even though he didn't have magic. He was a simple Pegasus.
And now, as we talk, he is now becoming a slave to cruelty.
I doubt it. If anything, I feel like he's plucking someone's tooth out right now.
She smiles knowingly at you.
This is where Blizzard decides to give one more shot and tries to give her a simple hug. And just say, Crimson, don't you ever just want somebody that you could trust without worrying that they're gonna betray, backstab, or make you so paranoid, and just have a friend where you can confide?
She laughs at us. And let's see. Let's see if she can think of it. I can think of it, but does she think of it? Oh, yeah. She smiles and she says, "Would you be that friend, Blizzard Star? Would you be that friend I can confide?"
This is where Blizzard take a deep breath, stealing his note, and says, "If you're willing to change and become not someone that wants to hurt, but to try and be a better pony, and you bet I'll be the first friend you'll have."
Oh, I'm not the one that's going to be changing. She reveals her sharp teeth.
Oh no.
Are you guys hugging?
Well,
Is she pretty close to your neck?
well, I did say that Blizzard hugs her, and
Kind of
said that.
a little neck exposure there.
Because I want to show her trust.
She whispers in your ear, like, "I won't be the one changing."
Blizzard was confused at this and just says, "But don't you just want a friend that you could just confide in?"
Oh, yes, of course. Roll me a mind as she's trying to buy her ass off to you. 4. No, wait. A 6? You got a 4. What?
Yeah.
What?
Yep.
Would you like to keep that 4?
I can't. I don't have any more tokens.
I think this is where we're going to leave this episode. Oh, what am I going to do with this? Oh, Lizard Star. The Lizard Star. Who's trying to do
baskets.
I think this is where we get a scene where her teeth are coming closer and closer to your neck. And this is when we end this episode. Say goodbye to the audience.
Bye, folks.
Bye.